I want us to talk about this amazing trade that is currently floating 1,000 points. Okay, so basically this is it. This is a euro card right here taken on July 10th. Let me help you to zoom. This is when I was taking the screenshot. That is when I took the trade, July 10th. Okay, so that is how the trade was looking like. That is how the market, or that's how price was looking like. Okay, so that was July 10th, you guys can see, and today is July 14th over here at the bottom. Okay, let me just show you so that you see, guys, I don't edit these things. This is 14, right, when I'm recording this join. So this is the trade currently. I think she's now almost 30 pips to final TP. She's over 1:2 basically, and I want to talk you through how I did take this trade. You understand? And the thing is, if you've been watching my videos long enough, guys, it's the same thing that I do repeat. But you know, you have to at least have general knowledge of the market. Okay, and I'm talking about when you are trading, or when you are starting to trade a forex thing, guys. I bet most of you did your homework. Most of you went through babypips.com, which is a very amazing website. Okay, so yeah, I also did baby pips, guys. I went through baby pips, as most noobs do. Okay, and baby pips really helped me to spot patterns in the market. Okay, so it's not about, oh, this is what's this a flag, baby pips talks about flags, how to trade flags. This is a rectangle pattern, how to trade rectangle patterns, giving you what's this, a symmetrical triangle, how to trade symmetrical, how to trade falling wedge, rising wedge, but when you come to the market, you really need to spot those patterns that you did read on baby pips. Okay, so yeah, you guys have been watching me saying that I trade high, high low, high low, high low. On the third touch, that's where I look for my entry, right? But then, yes, that is the simplest. Okay, that is when the market is trending. But what happens when the market is not trending, but price is giving patterns? How will you trade? Okay, so today's video, I'm going to show you what I saw on this joint. This is not based on first touch, second touch, and the third. All right, so real quick, looking at this market, yeah, she has been on up. You guys can see, right? Yes, I've been talking about first touch, second touch, and the third. 1, 2, right there. All right, but looking at this, why didn't I look for buys on my third touch here? Okay, I never saw my entry, correct? But then guess what? Price went, and then all of a sudden I looked for sale and I took a sell position. Why? And yet the market is on an uptrend. Simple. The things that we did learn on baby pips. First thing that caught my attention, guys, baby pips. There is a head and shoulder right there. Okay, but then the market had not yet actually printed the right shoulder. This had not yet been formed. But then that is where I did take the trade. Okay, so baby pip says, or most articles says, you only look for your entry once price, this is the left shoulder head, right shoulder, then once price breaks out of your right shoulder here, something like this, that is where you should be looking for your entry, and then your take profit should be the distance between let me show you the distance between the neckline and the head, something like this. All right, so this should be at least your take profit. That is what article says. Okay, so it says, let's see how many pips for this, like 118 pips. So my take profit should be around 118 pips. Okay, that is now. But then what if I did take my entry, just like they say, you wait for price to break out of that neckline? So this is it. So if that's it, then my take profit should be at least 118. Okay, where is 118? Around that. So that's like, are you targeting 1:1? That's not me, right? So for me, I did understand and tweak this more, right? So then, guys, I always say, if you are not seeing the market giving you those amazing structures, or if you're not understanding the market, flip your screen. Okay, so this is what I did. I flipped my screen, and this is how it looks like. Okay, so if you flip your screen, do you see anything? All right, okay, now looking at this, let's bring in our first touch and the second touch. Okay, that is it. Now if you look at this is a left shoulder, this head, and our price has given us a huge right shoulder right there. So flip the screen back. I hope you guys can see that amazing head and shoulder. So that is what I saw. All right, so that's the first confluence on this joint. But then once again, let's mark this joint right here. Okay, what's that? Now let's remove this. Okay, what's this? That's a double top, correct? But now, where did our impulse phase start? Right here. The impulse phase started from here, and then guess what? Let's flip our joint once again. This is it. I say, understand how price approaches your key levels. We had a trend right here. Okay, I don't want to confuse you guys. This is the market, right? So this is how I started this analysis. My impulse phase, and then guess what? Just like I told you, the third touch was here. I was supposed to look for buys, but the market never gave me my entry confirmation, so I did nothing. Yeah, so the market just continued going up. Then all of a sudden, I saw, okay, price has hit this level, and looking at an approach right there. So to me, I said, all right, this is now like an impulse phase correction, impulse phase. All right, so this to me is a flag, guys. Right, let's flip it back so that you guys can see impulse phase correction. After an impulse phase, after correction, we understand that the market usually want to give us an impulse phase, correct? Now look at this left shoulder, head right there. But then remember what I told you guys, my videos, I keep saying I wait for price to break out of this trend. Let's flip it back so you guys can see, right? So to me, for me to take my entry, price has to break out of this, because I'm now looking for sales. And what did price do? Price broke out of this joint, and guess what? Once again, we had an impulse phase, at least a 50% retracement, and then where did I take the entry? This is H4. Let's take it to the H1 now. All right, we're repeating the same thing, guys. So I'll flip it back. Okay, where did I take the entry? Once again, guys, see, we have another trend, if you like. Okay, did I take an entry here? No. Did I take a sell here? No. Let me flip back. I did not take that sell right here. Why? I say I take entries outside the trends. Okay, this is a trend. Now I'm looking for entry outside of that, and I guess what? Another trend right here. I'm looking for my entry outside. This is where the entry was. Okay, it's outside this trend line. Okay, that's when I take the trades. Okay, so you see, I called out this also to my VIP. Basically, I gave them this signal, and what happened, guys? Let's see. Did we have pullbacks? Yes, we did. So when was this? This was on Friday. Yeah, Friday 3 p.m. That's when I did take the trade, and I think, yeah, the market closed. And yesterday was Monday. We had a pullback right here. So I think the market went to our back to our entry. Now here comes those who move their entry to break even. Their stop to break even. So what if price has given us an impulse? Market has gone to our favor. We've seen that we are in a small profit, and then somebody does this, moves his stop loss to break even. What did price do? Price goes to your favor, then comes back, boom, takes you out. I understand that most articles says when you're in profit, at least trail that joint. But now, for me, when I was developing my system, I realized that at least if price has given me an entry opportunity that gives me at least a stop loss of, let's say for instance, the trade has a possibility of stopping me out maybe 50 pips. Okay, so if my stop loss is 50 pips, price will give me 150 pips. Okay, so that is what I realized when I was backtesting my system. If the market, and I don't know if you guys are understanding me, if price, let's say the market has given you a 20 pips stop loss, that market has a possibility to go x3 times 3, so it has a possibility to move 60 pips to your favor. All right, if the market has given me a stop loss of over 100 pips, that market has a possibility of giving me 300 pips. Okay, so here price has given me a 48 pips stop loss, so it has a possibility of going up to 145 pips. Okay, if you guys let me just give you a scenario on my previous trade that I talked about, GBP that was a win. It hit take profit. Okay, so if I look for my entry position, if I'll find it, probably, yeah. I think I took this trade, let me see, I think right there. And my stop loss was around 50, I can't remember, right there, let's just say 50, right? So if stop loss is 54, this market has given us a 54 point something. See, we had 54 pips. Okay, so there is a possibility that this market is going to give us times 3 of 54. All right, that's why I always target 1:3 when I did back tested this system. Okay, so you see, that's, let me show you where I'm looking at. Okay, look at look at here. You see we have risk to reward ratio 2.3. Okay, so 2.3, as I push this up, you see it changes. Okay, so up to 3, so that is it. That's it. So what's this, 166 pips, that's 3%. So yeah, when I did backtest this system, I saw when a market has given me this kind of amount of pips, I have to multiply it times 3. Okay, after times 3, the market usually try to reverse. Okay, so that is it. That's why I never trail, I never take partial, because at the end of it I know. And if price decide, let's say GBP did this, then decides to take me out, I always call that a very good stop loss. Because why? The last swing low has been taken. Okay, so that means price is changing direction, or price was not ready. Okay, right? Now look at this. If the market went to my favor right there, then I move my stop, I trail it. What happened? Boom, 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 stops me out there. Now imagine price stopping you out with let me see, 8 pips. Okay, so you're happy, you say, at least I never got stop loss, at least I got something. 8 pips, that's less than even 1%. But then guess what? After some time, you see the market going and hitting your favor 166 pips. How will you fail? All right, but then remember, this doesn't mean that, oh, whether you're trading ICT, then you say, oh, it has to go times 3 first time FX. Say no, I'm talking about my system. So you need to understand your system. If your system says price will reverse after 1:1, then that's okay. All right, don't target 2, don't target 1:2. Right, so that is the same thing over here, 48.4. all right, so should be 3. all right. So the reason why you see, guys, I have this 2.99 right here is because I multiply my entry on the MetaTrader 5. Okay, so I just, based on my lot size, so I said, okay, my entry, my take profit should give me this as 3%. So the number is right here. So that this number was from MetaTrader 5. Okay, that's where I keyed in. But then you see it's almost at 3%. Times 3. All right. So that is what I'm going to do. Let this trade do its thing, and it's okay if the market decides to go back and then boom, it's okay. We are just losing 1%. all right, it's okay. I know somebody will be like, yo, you saw the market going to your favor, why didn't you do this? Why didn't you trail, protect this 1:1? This market can still do this, maybe go back to my entry, maybe do this, almost hit my stop loss, then boom, take profit. At the same time, I can see we already have a trend right here, so I understand there's the possibility of a pullback. All right, before maybe price going to my favor. Why? Let's flip it back. All right, here is the reason. You guys can see already this trend line is making sense because price has taken out this level. Okay, so now we have a higher low right here, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and if I flip it back, it's lower low, lower high, and blah blah blah. So lower high right there, lower low right there, lower high right there. So now we are at our lowest low, so we have a possibility that this market might still pull back to give us a lower high right there. So now, why will I trail my joint here if there's that possibility that this market might go back here? Okay, so even if price decides to, continue pulling back, no worries. Remember why? This level right here was a second touch. So if this market, if this market decides to go back and then takes out this high, we are changing direction, which is okay. Price is not going as anticipated. We were waiting for at least 1:3, but then price decides, no, I'm not going 1:3, I'm changing direction. It's the same thing here, right? So let's say we had our entry here, first or second touch. Let's say we had our entry position here on a third touch, for instance, and then we had our stop loss here, okay? Then let's say we are targeting, okay, let's look for 1:3. Let's say we have our entry maybe right there, and we were looking for 1:3 as usual. All right, so you see, what did price do? Price went to your favor, yes, went to your favor, correct? But then how many pips to take profit? We see we were left with probably around 672 pips to take profit, and then all of a sudden price decides to drop, and then guess what did price do? Comes back. This was your stop loss. Now you see price has gone back and then hit that stop loss. So that just tells you one thing: we are changing direction, and you see that is it. So we anticipate a pullback off to retest this joint right there, then boom. Sometimes even the market won't even go back to retest that joint. It might continue, pushing, because remember what I said, based on my system, I understand that the market will try to go back and finish the 3% thing theory before now trying to reverse, okay, something like this, now to make now our third touch making sense. All right, in fact, no, that's not 3%. Let's say that's our 3% right there. Then based on this system, I understand now that is where the market might decide to pull back to retest our third touch, and then guess what, if it gives another entry opportunity, once again, that's where should be taking our trade. Yes, that's simple. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, you can watch and understand the video. At the same time, I have a playlist that I show how to enter the market. It's called Understand Forex Entry. Check out this playlist on your right side, okay? At the same time, I'll also be leaving a Telegram channel. Link will be in my description and also in the pinned comment section. You'll be getting this kind of amazing structures, signals, and until then, guys, adios.